Hi, this is Leetcode question, extra characters in a string. This is the second question of biweekly contest number 105. To solve this question, first of all, we need to create a vector of intervals that store the location of every word in the string. So we have intervals contain pairs that represent the start and end of intervals. So LE, here we have LE at index 0 to 1, so the start is 0, the end is 1. Then we have LE here from 3 to 4. Then we have LE here from 6 to 7. Then we're done with LE, we move to ER. We have ER here from 4 to 5. Then EXY, we have EXY here from 7 to 9. PP, we don't have PP. Z, we have Z here from 10 to 10. That's it. Then we sort this intervals based on the start value. So after sorting it becomes 0, 1, then 3, 4, then 4, 5, then 6, 7, then 7, 9, then 10, 10. After sorting it, now in this for loop we did this, fill the interval, and this to sort it. And now the question is, what is the length or the maximum length we can cover using these intervals without having two intervals overlaps? And to solve this question, we'll use dynamic programming. Now assume that we want to solve for the whole table, and for this substring or this part of the interval, we know the maximum length that can cover is x without having two interval overlaps. Now see 0, 1 doesn't overlap with 3, 4, so the final solution will be the length of this string or this interval, which is 1 minus 0 plus 1, 2 plus x. So now instead of solving for the whole interval or the whole vector, we need only to solve for this part, and again to solve for this part we have 3, 4, this interval of length 2 plus, now 3, 4 overlap with this one, so we skip this one. Now if we know the solution for this part, which is y, so x will become 2 plus y. Then again we need to solve for the smaller subproblems, so we are using dynamic programming to solve this question. And to do that, we have table of length interval size. So we have table of length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initially have the value zeros, and we start from the end, the last interval 10, 10, and we look for the upper bound of t second, which is 10, and int max, and this is to find the first interval in the right side of the current one which does not overlap with the current one. In this case, this is the last interval, so iterator will be the end of the vector, and so this value is the length of the current interval, which is 10 minus 10 plus 1, this equal 1. This condition will not apply, and in the max value will be the value itself that we will store it in the table. So we store 1 here, and 1 means what is the maximum length that can be covered from this index up to the end. We move to the next interval, 7, 9. Again, we look for the upper bound for 9 int max, which is what is the first interval here up to the end that doesn't overlap with 7, 9, and the answer is 10, 10. So the index of 10, 10 is 5. Here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the value at 5 is 1. So we have 1 plus the length of the current one, which is 9 minus 7 plus 1 equal 3, and this is 4. So we update the value to 4. Then we move to 6, 7. Again, we search for 7 int max. What is the first interval that doesn't overlap with 6, 7? This one overlap, so the pointer will be to this one, 10, 10, and the value at 10, 10 is 1 plus the length of the current one, 2, this equal 3. And notice here we take the max, so up until now m contains the max until now, which is 4. So 3 and 4, 4 is the max, so we store 4 here, and 4 means from this index up to the end, the best solution or the longest number of characters we can cover by these 3 intervals without having 2 of them overlaps is 4. We move to 4, 5. Again, the first interval that doesn't overlap with 4, 5 is this one, and the solution at 3 is 4. So we have 4 plus the length of this is 5 minus 4, 1 plus 1, 2 equals 6. So 6 is greater than 4, and we store 6 here. Then we move to 3, 4. 3, 4, the first interval that doesn't overlap is this at index 3 here. So we have 4 plus the current length of 3, 4 is 2 equals 6. 6 is the same as 6, so we store 6. Then we have 0, 1, the first interval that doesn't overlap. 0, 1 is 3, 4, and here we have the value 6 for index 1 plus the length of this is 2, so the final answer is 8. And this is the final result for m, which is the maximum length we can cover by all the intervals without having any two intervals overlap. So we have 8 now. And how many characters in the string is 11. So at the end we return 11 minus 8 equal 3. This will be the final answer.